All right. Good evening, everybody. It's that time again, late night crypto talk. Bitcoin, Brandon here from Los Angeles, California. Hope you guys have had a great Monday so far. I know Monday's gonna be the most difficult. The crypto space can cure all that nonsense. How about every day is a Friday or a Saturday? How's everybody doing this evening? Go ahead and type in the chat box who is logging in. I see TC Dixon. I see the birthday girl, Bouger. Court Gomes. TC Dixon. Nafuz. Provis Lofties. This is YouTube now, so it doesn't tell me who's watching, so I'm not going to know unless you actually say something. So if you ever want to shout out, type something in the chat box. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be discussing financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestions, and it is up to you to determine which direction you want to move into. There's 4 rules I live by in the crypto space. Rule number 1, education is key. Education is everything. Rule number 2, never invest money you cannot afford to lose. Rule number 3, where do you see your, always get your return on investment back as fast as possible. And rule number 4, where do you see yourself in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? What are you willing to do to make it happen? Make a decision, stay focused, and take action. Do not get distracted. Now, this is not going to guarantee you success, but it will at least minimize your risk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the most that we can ask for. All right, let me go ahead and do screen share here so you can actually see some articles that we're going to go over tonight. First up, we're going to talk about is cryptocurrency trading volume to grow 50% in 2019. New study says. Say what? grow by 50%. So that's basically, it's almost, you know, you're going to make a huge profit just by holding on what you got right now. The only way you lose in the crypto space is if you sell. So let's say, for example, everybody who ignored Bitcoin all through 2017, and then in November of last year, all of a sudden, you start hearing in the news that this thing called Bitcoin is skyrocketing in value. And all the people sitting on the fence that have fear of missing out, FOMO, say, hey, I better get in on this because I don't want my neighbor to be making money and I'm not making no money. I should have listened to him, but I'm going to get in now. So they all decide to buy Bitcoin when it's at $16,000, $17,000, $18,000 a coin. That's when they decide to get into the Bitcoin game because they listening to the news. Oh, yeah, Bitcoin's rising. You better get in while you can. And then what happens 30 to 60 days later? The market corrected. Bitcoin dropped like a rock, and now it's below $10,000. So all those people who came in December thinking that, you know, Bitcoin was going to keep going up, in their eyes, they lost a whole lot of, I lost 80% of my money. No, you didn't. The only way you lose is if you sell it. Here we are 9 months later, almost 10 months later. And if you're still holding those coins that you bought in December, you haven't lost nothing yet. Because what happens if next month the price of Bitcoin goes to $20,500 and then you sell? You made a profit, albeit it took you 10 months to get there. But if you're in the crypto space because you think this is a get rich quick, you're going to get rich tomorrow, and you ain't got to do nothing for it, you're in the wrong space. You got the wrong attitude, the wrong idea, and you're always going to lose. You've got to know how to play the long game here. All right, so let me post this link. For those of you that want to follow along. And while I'm doing this, again, I got to give a special shout out to a Bitcoin diva, Bouger. It's her birthday today. All right, let's go back to this article. A new study on cryptocurrency trading and custody trends holds that digital currency trading is going to grow by 50% in 2019 while overtaking the U.S. corporate debt trading volume in 2018. A study called Crypto Asset Market Coverage Initiation, Trading and Custody reveals that cryptocurrency trading volume is about to grow further. The research shows that digital currency trading volume will overtake the U.S. corporate debt trading in 2018. It's also on track to comprise about 10% of U.S. equity trading volume. 10%? Oh, I missed that one. The paper also indicates that the overall trading volume is going to grow by 50% in 2019, providing an overall compound annual growth of 9% through 2028. It's also worth noting that 75% of cryptocurrency market trading volume takes place on the top 20 exchange accounts. The paper also shows that Bitcoin is the de facto reserve currency for all cryptocurrencies, serving as the base pair for roughly 1/3 of the entire global trading volume. Goes back to that old saying, I shared it earlier today. First to the market wins. Bitcoin is first to the market. Tether occupies the second place with 22%, while ETH, Ethereum, brings up the rear with 12%. So people ask me all the time, Brandon, you know, I'm brand new. What coin should I buy? Number one, I'm not your licensed financial advisor. You're not paying me for my advice anyway. Do your own research and get education first. Because if you get the education, you don't need to ask me that question. But since I'm on the topic, if you are looking long-term, there are 3 coins that I don't see going anywhere long-term that you definitely want to have in your crypto portfolio. That is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. And I don't even like Ripple, but I'm going to make money off of it. The findings are somewhat expected as Bitcoin is a predominant market leader, accounting for over 52% of the entire cap of all cryptocurrencies, according to data from CoinMarketCap. Despite the fact that new altcoins are popping up constantly, Bitcoin's dominance continues to increase. Interestingly, some suggest that this not only shows its strength, but is also a historic sign that price is consolidating. Bitcoin, at the time of this article, $6,600. What is it? What is it right now? Where is it? Here we go. Let's see. CoinMarketCap. Let me refresh. I didn't look at this for a while. All right. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. The market's in the red. The market's in the deep red. What happened? Bitcoin is down to 64.82, negative 3% over the 24 hours. Ethereum, negative 8%. Ripple, negative 19%. Almost 20% down on Ripple right now. Bitcoin Cash, 6.9. Look at Tether. Of course, Tether's in the green. Everybody's playing it safe. The market's in a deep slide. I would not buy right now. Wait till it bottoms out. So at 6,400, let's see. It's testing something. Anything else in the green here? Bytecoin, Zcash, Bitcoin Diamond, Siacoin. Something happened I don't know about, some news for this to happen. Aurora is up 17% while everybody else is down. I don't remember seeing any new news that's causing this slide to happen, but a market correction is happening right as we speak. So I would not sell until or buy until you see this hit the bottom. All right. So Bitcoin is at 6,400 when this article is only how old? It came out today. So it's a couple of hours old. So the market's sliding. Lost $200 already. Okay. Bitcoin marks a slight increase of about 2% in the last week. It's also trading in the green on the monthly chart with a 1% increase over the past 30 days. Not anymore. Brandon, why do you be doing all these crypto talks? Don't you get tired of it? Money doesn't sleep and I don't either. I do these crypto talks because I learn. Look at what just happened. Literally, since the last time I talked, the market did an about face. So I know what to do. I know what money moves to make. Okay, the next article. Financial expert pinpoints signs confirming bullish Bitcoin sentiment. For those of you brand new, bullish means making some money going up. Tony Vase predicted this months ago. Heck, I predicted it months ago. Who's Tony Vase? I know who he is. I want to hear people say, Bitcoin Brandon predicted that months ago. Got that right. All right. Financial expert pinpoints signs confirming bullish Bitcoin sentiment. Chris Klein, co-founder and COO at Bitcoin IRA, identifies the signs that led him to predict Bitcoin price will reach $40,000 in the next few months. Stop right there. You guys hear that? $40,000 in the next few months. It's $6,400 right now. If you own just one Bitcoin, what is your return on investment over the next couple of months? Think about that. Just think about that for a second. I can't afford a bit. What are you gonna say when it's $40,000 a coin? Well, I wish I would have bought me a whole Bitcoin back 3 months ago. I'm just saying. You might say that's not true. What if he's right? But what if he fails what if his prediction is 50% off and Bitcoin reaches $20,000 in the next couple of months? Did you still make some money? Huh. Bitcoin's sustained steady rise towards the USD 7,000 price mark is causing investors to pore over data, trying to identify indicators that can confirm whether the bearish trend is now reversing course. And what did I say last week? I said, no, it is not. Bitcoin started moving up. Oh, everybody got excited. Hey, chill out. Yeah, it hasn't reversed course yet. I still believe there's going to be at least 2 major market corrections in the next 60 days. At least 2. Before we see a run. If we see a run this year. We may not. I'm not convinced that we're going to see a run this year. I'm convinced it's going to happen in 2019. And I actually don't want it to happen this year. What? What do you mean? I thought you want to make money. I make money when the market goes up or down. The market going up is not determined if I'm making some money. The reason why I want to keep it down is the same reason why the people that's manipulating in the market is keeping it down. They're hoarding Bitcoin. We want to buy as much as we possibly can while we can before they take the brakes off. Now, let's not get crazy, mafoos, talking about I want to see Bitcoin hit 3,000. Nah, I'm not going that far. Yeah, I would buy a whole lot, but I don't want to deal with all the fear that is going to create in the process. Don't have the time for that nonsense. So in a Forbes article, Chris Klein identifies these Bitcoin bullish signs and predicts that the price may well surpass $40,000 by the end of 2018 and could continue to climb as we enter 2019. Klein's predictions are in line with those of billionaire investor Mark Lazary, who also forecasts that the Bitcoin price will reach $40,000 in a few years as the cryptocurrency continues to show signs of becoming more mainstream and more accessible to trade. Klein's optimism is based on the belief that the regulatory uncertainty affecting the crypto market is being resolved, and that the SEC will approve a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund soon. Once the SEC approves Bitcoin ETFs, the pool of cryptocurrency investors will swell, releasing big money into the crypto market, according to Klein. If the application is accepted, then I believe Bitcoin will become far more accessible to a wider range of investors who wish to invest in a crypto fund rather than directly into crypto itself. Stop right there. I don't agree with that. Well, let me clarify. I agree with what he's saying. I don't agree that that's going to be the reason why the market's going to turn around. I think that's a better way of saying it. Why would I say that? The market hit almost $20,000 and over $800 billion total without ETFs, without CME, without the CBOE. That's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, Chicago Board of Exchange, whatever. It did it without those things. Almost $20,000 a coin. It's because of these things that the market is low. So I reserve judgment because I was actually wrong last year. I believed that when the CME came online, I thought that Bitcoin was going to explode and go from 15, 16,000 all the way up to 40, 50,000. And I believed that because I thought now the big boys are going to enter the space and real money's about to come in. I was wrong. I didn't think that they would manipulate the market so that they can get more Bitcoin to keep it down. I just didn't have enough knowledge at that time on how these things work and how you want to maximize your profits. If you're a major investor and you bought, let's say, 500 Bitcoins, your goal is to get another 500 Bitcoins as cheap as you possibly can, because you're not trying to get your profit just yet. I didn't even think of that. The ETFs might have the opposite effect. It might even keep the prices lower for a longer period of time, because now we're going to have an influx of new Wall Street investors whose main goal is to make a profit. So they want to buy Bitcoin on the cheap. Tell me, just common sense, what big-time investor do you know wants to invest in property when it's the most expensive? Do you know anybody like that? No. They want to get it as cheap as possible to flip. So if you have more Wall Street people coming in here with a boatload of money, do they want to buy Bitcoin at $40,000 or at $5,000? And then you ask yourself, at what price do they want to sell it at? Because if they make a purchase, they're doing so to make a profit, which means at some point in the future, they're going to want to sell. So here's how you watch this market. Watch what they do. Don't listen to all these pundits and news articles and whatnot. What are the wealthy people doing? And all of a sudden, when you see the price start rising, it's because they're allowing it to. They're about to get a profit. Now you got to try to guess when it hits that top ceiling before they start to put up that sell wall again to get their profit. I might be going a little bit. This is some advanced stuff. You know, y'all got to get KGX. Understand what I'm saying here? To illustrate that Wall Street and the crypto space have already begun to intertwine, Klein refers to the fact that Goldman Sachs reportedly plans to launch Bitcoin trading operations, and he forecasts that the rate of Bitcoin adoption among financial institutions will continue. I believe that as more financial institutions build out crypto products, and with the likely passage of Bitcoin ETFs, more investors at both the individual and institutional level will get involved with Bitcoin, which will reflect positively in the price. I agree with all of that except that last sentence, or that last few words, which will reflect positively in the price. I don't know about that. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm a gambling man on that, so I'm going to buy as much Bitcoin as I can now and see if that sucker's going to rise off of that news. On the other hand, several factors are buoying the sentiment that Bitcoin will become increasingly part of our ordinary life. For example, in July 2018, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office granted MasterCard a patent for a method that speeds up cryptocurrency transactions. The granting of this patent has invigorated crypto investors because, as Tom Lee, co-founder of Fundstrat Global Advisor, put it, it's really validating the idea that digital money or blockchain-based money is a valid form of transaction. With this in mind, Klein says that if the new MasterCard product reaches the market, he says, I predict cryptocurrency will become a much more ingrained part of our daily lives, as it will be a viable option at many places where we conduct our day-to-day transactions. That's true too, but you know it's going to be even bigger? If freaking Amazon adopts this in their stores and Alibaba, and all their merchants are going to have to follow suit. That's going to have a more impact than just even MasterCard. Klein also argues that in addition to the surge in Bitcoin's price, momentum is also building from the blockchain perspective. To substantiate this argument, he points out that the number of daily transactions surpasses at least 230,000 on-chain transactions, the highest since the beginning of the year. And speaking of the beginning of the year, I remember saying in January 2018, I said, 2017 is the year of Bitcoin. 2018 is the year of altcoin. I was wrong on that. I think 2019 will be the year of altcoin. 2018 has been the year of the blockchain. So I have to advise what I say. 2018 has been the year of blockchain. This has been the year of massive adoption around the world. The infrastructure is being built under our feet. So it's like Bitcoin and stuff and crypto has taken a pause so that the foundation can be broke. Think of it like this. Those of you who love basketball, when the basketball season is over, what happens next? You got the NBA draft. What happens almost right after the NBA draft? You've got Summer League. And Summer League kind of gives us a preview, a taste of what these new players are about to do when the NBA season begins. And then when Summer League's over, basketball talk goes dead all the way until October. So you got July, August, September, October, 4 months of no basketball. Because during that time, that's when the teams are putting together their training camps. They're putting together their game plans. They're working behind the scenes with their players. They're getting all this. See, we got a taste of it for Summer League. And then all of a sudden, the league begins. The NBA schedule's in place. The teams are ready to go. The season begins. That's what happens now. 2017 was Summer League. 2018 is the quiet after Summer League, preparing for the main season, the foundation that's being built. And then 2019 will pick up what I said. I think 2019 is going to be the year of the altcoins. Bitcoin market dominance won't be at 50% throughout 2019. It'll go back to where it was like in December, around 40 in the 40 percentile. I think it even got low as 39% at one point. Other coins are going to pop up. Green X, for example. Coins like that are going to pop up that's been sitting back, watching what the market has been doing, coming up with a legitimate plan, and they're taking their time. All right, last article up. Dubai. That's on my bucket list, but it's not a bucket list because I don't need to wait till I'm about to die to go to Dubai. I'll be going to Dubai sooner than later. But I've never been there before, so I'm looking forward to it. So the Dubai government to use blockchain-powered payment system. All right, here we go. Another domino has fallen. Another mass adoption of blockchain technology. A recent report from the Dubai-based news publication Thomson Reuters Zawa has revealed that the organization Smart Dubai has created a blockchain-based system that is intended to be used by the Dubai Department of Finance. Furthermore, the system has been dubbed the Payment Reconciliation and Settlement System, and it is intended to bring blockchain technology to Dubai's Department of Finance's operations. More specifically, the system will allow financial transactions to be carried out effectively and correctly, as well as in real time. In addition to this, the new blockchain-based system means that staff members at the Department of Finance will no longer need to physically review collected payments. In fact, the current system can take up to 45 days for a payment to be successfully registered and transferred. The payment reconciliation and settlement system will also automate some aspects of this, eliminating tedious and time-consuming manual fee deductions. Since its launch this past Sunday, the payment reconciliation and settlement system has already made some waves in and outside the cryptocurrency and blockchain community. It also marks a continuation of Dubai's vested interest in developing and supporting blockchain technology. The SDO's Director General, Dr. Aisha bint Bouti bin Bishr, attended the launch ceremony of the payment reconciliation and settlement system. The technology is intended to be used by a wide variety of Dubai authorities, such as the Dubai Police, the Dubai Health Authority, and the Roads and Transports Authority. In addition to this, the technology is reportedly already being used by the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, as well as the Knowledge and Human Development Authority. Moreover, the system is said to have more than 5 million test transactions. It should be noted that the SDO's Director General, Dr. Aisha, has gone on record stating that blockchain is one of the most promising of emerging technologies. You keep hearing that stuff. Blockchain is the most promising. That's correct. In addition to this, Dubai launched its UAE Blockchain Strategy 2021 in April of this year, which is intended to further position the Arab Emirates in the forefront of blockchain technology. I've got to go back. What did Vladimir Putin say? The Stone Age didn't end due to the lack of stones. It ended due to the introduction of better technology. And whoever is at the forefront of this technology will be the new world superpower. Those that lag behind will be under the thumb of those who take advantage. So where is our current place in the world? Those of you that's listening right now, what country are you from? Is your country positioning itself? You know what I say? Forget about whether or not America, the government, is positioning itself. What are we doing as individual citizens? Are we positioning ourselves? Because blockchain, crypto, Bitcoin doesn't care what flag flies above your head. It doesn't care what language you speak, what religion you are, what sex you are, what race you are, what family you were born in. None of that matters. It makes all of us independent and all on equal footing. It is the ultimate version of equality. And I will not be surprised, because I know it's going to be coming, from especially a certain segment of the American population, where they're going to call it communist. They are. There's a certain group of the population that believes anything that's done in the benefit for everybody must be communist. No, they got a weird slant on that. There's enough money to go around in this world for every single person on the planet to live comfortably. Every single one, no matter what nation. There's that much money around the world. Just a certain segment is hoarding it all. Dubai has long been a trailblazer in embracing avant-garde technologies, most notably those of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Hear that? You're living it right now. The Fourth Industrial Revolution. And tailoring them to meet the needs of our citizens, residents, and visitors in a bid to transform Dubai into the happiest and smartest city in the world. Yeah, I got to get to Dubai. All right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. News for the evening, late night crypto talk. And again, special shout out to my partner, Bitcoin Diva. Happy birthday, Bouger Bouger. All right, the rest of you guys have a good evening. I will see you all tomorrow morning for early morning crypto talk. I'm starting to get the hang of this whole YouTube thing. I'm liking it. I may bring on some panelists sometimes with me. Yeah, I could bring some panelists on and we can have some discussions. I'm gonna have some fun with this stuff. All right, everybody, have a great evening. See you tomorrow. God bless. Good night. Bye-bye.